So today we're going to take the diff out of the Elan. Yesterday afternoon we spent an hour or so removing the CV drive shafts and getting things prepared, dropping the prop shaft off the diff flange. And yeah, it's not my favourite job, and I don't think it's a favourite job of any landowner, but we've done a few things to this diff which should make it a little bit easier to get out. It's still hanging by the upper diff mount bolts, so we'll get those bolts out and we'll continue to take it out. And there's been some mods done to this diff, a video we did many years ago, and it's on YouTube and it's been viewed by a lot of people. There's just a bit of clearance being taken off the nose of the diff and underneath, just to give it a bit of clearance. So yeah, and well, hopefully it'll come out okay. But little things I do, I'll put some little wooden chocks either side of the diff, and just tap them in just as supports for when you're undoing the top diff bolts on the mounts. It just supports it and makes it easy to control when you're doing that. So we'll do that, and then we'll come back and attempt to slide the diff out, and we'll see how it goes. We're ready to try and take the diff out. We've taken the two upper bolts off, and you can see how much weight is on those little chocks. So I'll just remove them. Yeah, a bit of weight here. I'm not looking forward to this actually. Not as strong as it used to be. Okay, so see, I'm still using the big washers. Another thing I should point out, the gap between the bottom of the tray and the underneath of the diff housing is 5 mil. I note on the forum a lot of guys saying that it's the diff's almost touching the tray. Well, no, it shouldn't be. But I'm still using the big washers. Could probably get away with not using them, but I'll put them in there, and they look about 3 mil, 3.5 mil thick, so they're fairly thick ones. All right, we're ready to have a go. I hope I don't drop it. Here we go, and it's out. Oh blimey, that's heavy. Alrighty, I'll just point out one little thing. Years ago when I was restoring this car, and I knew about the problem with getting the diff out, I actually made a dent right there, because you can see where the outer ear gouges on the metal there. So I used, now this has not been butchering, I used a ball peen hammer with the chassis upside down, with a sandbag on the other side, and then worked the metal so that there's a little dent there, and it's probably maybe a mil and a half belling or relieving of the diff, and it works. There's no point in really having a difficult time doing all these jobs. So that's what I did, and I did it a long time ago, and it works. So yeah, happy with that. Maybe I should go put it back in for you, just for the hell of it. I'll do that. Yeah. Good for the camera. So there you go. Yeah, it's in. Now, I wouldn't like to be doing this job lying on my back in the workshop with the car up on ramps. I'm working in a floor pit, and it's a hell of a lot easier. And the next best option would be to have your car up on a hoist. But yeah, it's not a nice job to do, but it's easier if you do the little mobs that I talked about. So I'll take him out again. There he goes. Okay, fear of dropping the thing. Here we go. All done, folks.